and welcome to May Handmade. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Samantha, and this is where we share the things we've been making and sewing over the last 2 weeks.
So we've been working quite hard on a couple of projects,
Yes.
and we've actually really been enjoying them.
We have, yeah, the nighties in particular have been very enjoyable.
Yes, they are so much fun.
They are.
So this is the pattern that we're using. So this is it here. So it's quite a sort of vintage style, but we both like wearing this style of nightie, and you don't really see them in the shops that often, which is the main reason why we wanted to make them. So we're both making view C here. It's actually been a lot of fun to be able to just add details that we wouldn't normally really add.
No. It's been really nice making them.
It has. So would you like to show yours first?
Okay, so they're actually really looking like a nightie now. We've got the yoke on and the side seams and everything are sewn. I unfortunately didn't have enough fabric to do the facing, but I just used this plain pink, which I actually think looks quite pretty. And then I chose quite a wide lace to put across the front. And I don't think it has it on the pattern, but we've decided to put lace along the bottom too, haven't we, when we're finished? Yes. We had these beautiful little labels that say Hello Sunshine that we've put on as well. So I am just so thrilled with it. And it was just such a lovely, relaxing make, wasn't it? It was really fun. So I've got the sleeves cut out and we've half sewn them together, but you've actually got yours on. So yeah. The sleeve construction is very interesting, isn't it?
It's really nice.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about that. Yeah.
So this is the way that my nightie is looking. So I did have enough fabric to do the same facing. Yeah. And it's really nice because it goes all the way down, so like when it's on a hanger you can't see any of the wrong side of the fabric, which I think is really nice. And I've also got the Hello Sunshine label, which I really love. So the lace that I decided to use is this sort of eyelet lace, and then it's got like a satin ribbon going through, and I just thought that looked really pretty. And on the bottom I'm going to do a different lace to that. I'm going to do like a sort of more gathered blue one, which I think will look really lovely. So I've got my first sleeve pinned in. I haven't sewn it in yet, but I think that the sleeves look gorgeous. And they are actually lined as well. So instead of having to hem it, you sew 2 sleeve pieces together and then put it in, which I love that construction.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it before, but it was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah. And overall, this has just been a lovely make.
It's a lot easier than having to do a tiny seam on the bottom of the sleeve. It's a really good finish.
Yeah. And on the back, it's got a yoke as well with gathers. So we haven't got much left to do to finish that. We just need to put the sleeves in and then hem and put the lace on. So potentially we might be able to get that done.
I think we need to push through and get it finished. Yeah.
Because we're running out of hot weather now. It's getting cooler, so
it is.
I think that any other hot nights that we have, these would be really nice. Yeah.
I finished the sleep shorts for my son's birthday. When I went to make them, I realised that I'd actually used a different pattern. So it's actually the Simplicity 9330 that I used last time. So it's just the little shorts down the bottom there. They're such a fun make, aren't they? They're so easy and so quick.
And you only have to cut out 1 pattern piece.
I know, it's great. It's a really good pattern. So these are the finished shorts here. They actually look huge, but they're not that big. But they're sort of a really nice loose fit, which is what my son liked about them. That's why I made him a second pair. So the fabric is just so cute. With the little jackets on there and the primary colours and the little shoes. So I'm sure he's going to love them. So I've just left the back open and I've put a little tag on there so he knows which one's the back, because I thought I might just check that they're going to fit him around the waist, because it's a while since I made the last pair and I just want to make sure they're a good fit. So other than that, they're finished. But I'm really thrilled with them. I think he's just going to love them.
I agree. I think they're great.
Yeah.
So this is the Simplicity K8375 pattern. I've made this twice before in just the dress version, but with short sleeves for my grandma, because she likes wearing just sort of knit nighties.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. So the fabric that I've made it for her before is actually the exact same fabric as this one is. So this is a very basic shaped nightie. So this time it's in quite a bright yellow, which I think is really nice. So I make the biggest size, and then I've got like the neckband, and then the sleeves I it doesn't actually have a short sleeve option, so I just folded the length and shortened mine. And then previously she said that she would like it a little bit longer, and I did actually have some more of the fabric, so I've added a bit of length to the bottom. So hopefully she'll like this.
Oh, she will. She'll love it because she loves her other one you made her. So.
Yeah. So this is just like a really simple pattern. It's not meant to be a nightie, but when she said that she wanted some, I went through our pattern stash, and that was like the closest thing because it's very loose fitting and sort of simple shape, and I think that it works really well.
Oh, it's just perfect for that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we tried our hardest to match the stripes down the side when we were cutting, but don't look too closely.
It's slightly wonky, the fabric, though, isn't it?
I think that the stripes are printed slightly.
Yeah.
But
well, that's our excuse anyway.
Oh yeah. So we've really been enjoying those things, and
yes, we have.
So now that we've got the March birthdays out of the way, we can go back to working on our bears. And we do actually want to update our project bag stash for our knitting and crochet, because we found that like you need sort of like bigger bags when you're working on things like cardigans and large shawls. We just don't have enough. So naturally, we went pattern shopping. So there's one free pattern that I'll put a picture up of. So I'm pretty sure that it's called the box tote or something like that, but it's by Very Shannon.
Yeah.
So we're going to make that pattern, and then we also bought one too. So we've been looking at these bags for probably like 3-4 years.
Oh, probably.
On Etsy. We never got around to buying it. And then when we were thinking that we wanted more bags, we went on there and they were on a really good sale.
They were, which was lucky, wasn't it?
Yeah. So like we probably would have only bought one, but we decided to buy both. And, try them out. So the one that I think we'll make first is the biggest one.
I think so, yeah, because that's what we really need, is a bigger one.
So this is the project bag with pockets. So it's by Warm Hearted Designs, again on Etsy. We'll link it down below. And so it's just a really nice, it's almost like a bucket bag, except it's square on the bottom.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you'd call it, actually.
Yeah. So it's got a pocket in the front that's got bias binding across the top, and then a drawstring, and then these handles. And this is the style of bag that we really like, because we have these bags, which are a Whitney Sews tutorial on YouTube. And we really like these, so they're actually quite a similar style.
Yeah.
So these draw up at the top. And we love these bags, but we were looking for a slightly bigger one.
Something different too.
Yeah, to make. And I like the fact that it's got the pocket on the front, because like you could slip your pattern in there.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So we do need to go through our stash to look for fabrics.
Yes, we will. And then the other one was called the Get Crafty Project Bag, so it's just smaller and it doesn't have the pockets on the outside, but I think that's just a super cute one as well. I love making bags, so this is going to be quite fun, isn't it?
I'm really looking forward to it. And we do actually have some fabric that's like crafty themed, like we've got a granny square fabric. And
I think that's one of the ones I'm going to use. Yes, I really like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would like to use that fabric for is the nesting basket trio pattern.
Yes.
That's really nice. I'd like to use that in the sewing room.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that we want to do, isn't it? It's always a struggle, especially with crafting, to find nice ways to store things. And I don't like buying plastic boxes and stuff, so I try to, things that I can make, I prefer to do. We found this pattern for these lovely nesting baskets, which we'd quite like to do. But the Sew Very Shannon pattern, it's sort of like a basket, isn't it? Which I think will be perfect for knitting and crocheting. But we're pondering whether we might use them in the sewing room as well to store things. So once we've made our first one, we'll try, and if we really like it, we might make quite a few of those.
Yeah. So we do have another birthday coming up in May, and I'm thinking that I'm going to copy your idea and make the person boxer shorts.
I think they're a great gift for men, especially, because I find men are much harder to buy for than women, or to make for even. Yeah. But I made him a winter pair a couple of years ago, and he loved them. So, yeah. Oh, you could actually make a winter pair if you wanted to.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because his birthday is sort of bordering on winter. May, so, you can make him another pair of long ones. Yeah, he absolutely loved them. He thought they were the best ones he'd ever had. So, Yeah.
The other idea that I did have was the car visor organizer pattern by So Can She.
Yes.
Although if I don't make that for him, I think I'm going to make one for myself.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really useful in the car.
I agree, yeah, because you do end up with lots of bits and pieces that you don't know where to put them.
Yeah.
We went through our sewing room the other day and we actually had a few more projects that we'd forgotten that we'd started. So we need to finish those before we can sort of get started on our winter makes. But we're going to share those with you next time. We're going to go through why we didn't make them and what the problem was, and we're going to work on those. There's one in particular that I'm quite looking forward to finishing, because when we made them we were quite devastated. They just didn't really fit very nicely. So we'll definitely share those with you next time.
The other thing that we're hoping to do before next time is to get started on a little embroidery project that we want to do.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll have a little bit of progress on that to share next time.
Yeah, we want to try and do a bit more hand sewing. We've never really... I've always wanted to do it, but just never really got around to doing it or had the confidence to do it. But we're sort of going to try that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because I was quite inspired. I'd never really heard of the term before, but Caitlin had heard of it, but only in dressmaking, was it? Or?
Like clothing, yeah.
In clothing, the cottage core. And it's actually got us quite excited with all the different things that you can make the cottage core and decorating your home and all that sort of stuff. So we thought that the little project we're going to do that's hand sewing will actually really tie in quite nicely with that. So we're quite looking forward to doing that. I think those baskets too are going to be really nice. Yeah.
There's actually quite a few homey things we want to do.
Yes.
Like we're thinking of recovering our couch, which is like not really very interesting, but along with that we want to make some matching cushion covers.
Yes.
And just like a few things like to make the storage nicer.
I agree. Yes. Yeah, because you have these things that you want to store, but you want it to also look nice as well. Yeah. Especially if it needs to be out, it's not hidden away in a cupboard, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if anyone has any ideas for any sort of storagey type things that you can make, just let us know, because we're really on the lookout for different things to do.
Yeah.
So hopefully next time we're going to have finished nighties, which will be quite exciting.
Yes.
Yes. So until next time, happy sewing.